Greetings, prospectors! Mr. Viking Bob here, coming at you with another patch note video. Huge update. Maybe not huge, but very important update. We're finally getting something I can talk about. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, everybody, so what we can see here is the patch note, release 27. Very interesting stuff we're going over here. We have a bit of weapon balancing to offer you today. Here's all the details. Finally. Thank you so much, everyone over at Jaeger. We're finally getting some weapon balancing. This shows that you guys haven't completely abandoned the actual cycle game that we have right now. I understand. And we should all understand that you're all busy working on the new cycle that is coming out eventually. But this was very, very needed. Because the meta has been shifted towards SMGs for quite some time. And they actually refer to that here. These adjustments are meant to put the SMGs a bit back in line. Just that is actually really good for this game, if you ask me. Because SMGs have been prevalent for a long time. As of late. So what has actually happened here? Voltaic Brute reduced the weak spot damage multiplier from 1.5 to 1.3 in alignment with other SMGs. So everyone who's really good with SMGs, or let's say the Voltaic Brute, it's pretty normal for them to just erase your HP bar because they're hitting heads a lot. At least that has been nerfed a bit now, so Voltaic Brute is obviously still gonna be a good choice, but for you who like to hit heads, I would highly recommend that you guys switch over to the Manticore instead, because the Manticore is just better than the Voltaic Brute in almost every single way, in my opinion, and I think in a few other opinions as well. But there's more to this patch than just the Brute. Scarab, damage increased from 30 to 33. It's not really a big deal, but maybe Scarab will see some more use now. Basic Chamber, also known as the Single Shot Scarab, added a refire multiplier for 1.4. This will increase the overall rate of fire of the Single Shot Scarab. So who knows, maybe the Single Shot Scarab isn't utter garbage anymore, but you guys know me, I'm probably gonna have to test that out, because the Single Shot Scarab has been famous for being the worst weapon in the cycle. Gorgon, here's one interesting thing, damage increased from 10 to 12. Actually probably pretty big. Gorgon might actually come back and see some use now. It's still not gonna be the best 200 weapon out there, I highly doubt that. But out of the 200 weapons right now, since the SMG nerf, I would say it's definitely gonna see play. It's definitely gonna be an interesting change. I've missed the Gorgon. Gorgon's fun. It's a goddamn laser. Who doesn't like a laser? And here we see something else. Lacerator. Damage increased from 70 to 85. Are we actually looking at the Lacerator's comeback? I'm sorry for that. That was my phone. I'm gonna turn off the sound on that immediately. So, damage increased from 70 to 85. We might actually see the comeback of the Lacerator. I never played this game when the Lacerator was meta, but this might actually be the change. If I'm not completely mistaken, when the Lacerator was meta, the damage was around 90. But it might have been 85. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it was a bit. It was higher than it is now. And there's another thing that might actually bring the Lacerator back, and we're gonna get to that soon. But yeah, anyone who's playing right now, expect some people to actually use the Lacerator and most likely be good with it now. Okay, Phasic Lancer, damage increased from 42 to 50. Recoil generally reduced. Burst interval increased from 0.06 to 0.1, so it's gonna shoot slower. Weak spot damage multiplier reduced from 1.75 to 1.5. So it's gonna do a little bit less when it comes to headshot damage as well. But this might be an overall decent change to the Phasic Lancer. It might see some more play, I don't know. We're gonna get to one of the biggest things about this update soon. KBR long shot. Damage increased. This is interesting. They're buffing the KBR. A few patches ago, I think it was release 25, or maybe even earlier. They nerfed explosives because the KBR nasty, as I call it, KBR long shot with triple burst explosives was very good. But they've also kept that in mind as they buff the KBR. Look at this. They increased the damage by 10, so that's good. Recoil generally reduced, that's pretty nice as well. Refire rate reduced from 0.4 to 0.34, overall increasing the rate of fire. That's also very good if you ask me, because less time you have to wait for next shot to happen, the more time you get time shooting, you know? It makes sense. Burst mode. Interval between shots of burst increased from 0.12 to 0.18. So the actual speed in which you shoot your bursts are reduced. You do get a little bit more bang for your bucks now. So, I don't know. I don't think KBR nasty, the KBR with explosive burst, is gonna come back to the way it was before. But it's definitely changed. And I'd say if you actually play with that weapon, which some of us do, and I do sometimes, I enjoy it. I like explosives, we know that. I'd say that it's more important now than ever to actually just land shots. You don't necessarily have to land the headshots with that weapon, but as long as you don't miss all 3 bursts, and reducing the recoil is gonna help with that as well. So just aim on the body if you use the explosive burst combo, and you should be fine, I think. Basilisk damage increased from 175 to 200. So they're trying to bring back some form of sniper meta here in this in this patch. It's clearly prevalent in the patch notes. They're trying to bring back snipers a bit. Karma increased charging time from 0.5 to 0.75, and this is just to put Karma back in its place a bit. Karma has been the meta for quite some time as well. It's a really strong gun. It's always been a really strong gun. This might actually put it back a bit, but the people who are good with the Karma are still gonna be good with the Karma. It's simple as that. PDW, damage reduced from 29 to 26. That's actually quite a big nerf. Don't know what it the entire magazine never did around 1000 damage anyway, but that's less bullets, and less bullets will always reduce your damage. No wait, not less bullets, less damage. But in an overall magazine, it's like, what, 28 bullets? 25. Now your damage is reduced. So you'll notice it, but you're gonna still need 2 mags to actually kill someone anyway, so it's not huge. Not a big difference. An ASP flechette gun. Damage reduced from 33 to 29. Yet another nerf on the ASP. We've seen nerfs on the ASP quite a bit. And if you ask me, when it comes to the 200 SMGs, I'd say you either go with Scrapper or the PDW. The ASP flechette gun is really good if you put on piercing for it and you focus on killing monsters to get cash fast. One of the things people have done quite a lot is to use the ASP flechette gun with the piercing rounds, so you can kill more monsters at once, to just farm up fast and get your Karma as soon as you can. That's a lot of people have done that, and I think that's still gonna be a thing despite the nerf. But yeah, I would probably say that in this patch, out of the PDW, ASP, and the Scrapper, the ASP is most likely, as of right now, the worst gun of all of them. So I don't know if they nerfed it too hard or not. We'll just have to wait and see, but this is my initial thoughts on the patch. Scrapper, damage reduced from 35 to 39. I've always enjoyed the Scrapper. It's, in my opinion, always been the best 200 weapon. I know I rarely play with it nowadays, but it's really good. The PDW is probably... I like the PDW more for their rate of fire and how fast the projectile speeds are. It's more in line of an AR than an SMG with those 2 things. So it's really good. The damage have always been lower than a Scrapper, but compared to how overall the damage nerfs are right now, I do still believe that the Scrapper is probably gonna be the best 200 SMG in that category. The Scrapper is still probably gonna be viable against some 500 weapons. So if you need a quick tip on what SMG you want to buy to have the best SMG out of the 200 weapon slots, I'd say Scrapper. Go Scrapper. Despite the nerf here, go Scrapper. That said, I play with the PDW as well, so I'm just throwing out things here. Alright, Misk, here's one of the biggest things in this patch, and oh my god, aren't the community gonna be happy about this? We have revisited the in-air inaccuracy again and adjusted it according to our initial plans for Overdrive. Overdrive was a game mode that I had where you, like, everything was crazy. You fucking flew up in the sky, you respawned instantly, everyone took more damage. It was mayhem. It was pretty fun, but it was just a game mode. But that game mode did not have in-air inaccuracy. So they have removed in-air inaccuracy from the game entirely. Thank you so much. In-air inaccuracy is not fun in this game because you're in the air a lot, and it's just as simple as that. And because they have removed in-air inaccuracy completely from the game, this, compared to the buff with the Lacerator, makes me believe that the Lacerator might come back. We might see a Lacerator meta again. So, yeah, I'm pretty hyped, actually. I don't really like the Lacerator, but it's been so neglected for so long. I just play with the Lacerator, guys. Give it a try. Just fill it out. I just want to see weapons that are underused be used again. In general, I want to see everyone use all the weapons, not just the meta weapons. But yeah, this patch is definitely gonna change the meta a bit. Further spawn protection has been added to all game modes. Players will now be unable to shoot through the spawn bubble, both from the inside and the outside. Which is nice, I guess. No more spawn camping in different game modes where that was a thing. And just overall, if you're on the outside of the map doing contracts and you see someone spawn in, leave that contract. Don't try to kill someone because they got killed earlier. Because you're most likely than not gonna lose that fight now. Some pro players used to not lose that fight back in the day because they just know how to play the game. But now they actually be able to heal up fully. And if you shoot them once they go out, they can go back in and just heal up fully again. Because it stays for quite a bit. I don't know exactly the numbers, but it stays up for longer than necessary. And I think that's a good thing. Because no one wants to be spawn camped. Let's be honest here, spawn camping is not good. Ranked Season 16 has been integrated and will be available after the maintenance. So Ranked will come back tomorrow, as of I'm making this video. Fixed an issue with the King of the Seal challenge appearing as normal weekly challenges. Yeah, so there was an issue with that earlier, and that's fixed now. Known issues. Pressing Q default with the new social interaction menu open won't bring up the quick access. I've not noticed myself, but hey, known issue. Here you go. They are aware of it and they're probably working on fixing it. Voice chat will not work in the lobby when using the open mic setting. Push to talk workers. This has been in the other patches as well. And I've talked about that in another patch video, that a lot of these known issues are still a thing. Same with the Dragonfly and the K28. It's been a thing for quite some time. I guess they're working on it. Not because sometimes when you fix something, it's going to ruin something else. It's very hard when the game is like out there and available in public. So some killing challenges can be completed using the wrong weapon. Still working on a fix, and this has also been prevalent for quite some time. And by now, it feels like a meme. I'm not gonna lie, by now that feels like a meme. And you know, when you're killing something with a pistol and it says that you have gained progress on killing something with an AR or a sniper rifle, it just makes me laugh a bit. It's funny. But please, remember, we're still in early access. Season 3.5 has started. The game is still in development. They're still working on the new cycle as well. And I'm really excited to see where we'll land on it. I will definitely want to give it a try if I'm able to. And as soon as I am able to give a try on it, and as soon as I'm able to actually talk about it when I've tested it out, whenever that happens, I don't know, we don't know, I will definitely make videos about that. I just love the game so much. This game has done so much for me. I fucking love the cycle, and I love the developers. And I really hope that you guys give as much feedback as you can to the developers when it comes to bugs and your thoughts of the game and stuff like that. Because even if it doesn't seem like you're being heard, you will be heard in one way or another. Like, they do listen to the feedback, some of it, not everything. But it's better to say something than not have said anything at all. You'll miss all the shots that you don't shoot, or however you say it. But yeah, that's about it for the patch. Some of my initial thoughts. I'm seeing a bit more of a sniper meta. Inner inaccuracy is gone. Manticore is probably going to be the best weapon in the 500 weapon slot after this nerf. And then if you're good with snipers, Karma's still gonna be fucking good. I think Kinetic Arbiter is gonna come back in some way. Yeah, I'm excited to see Gorgon and Lacerator in action. I'm not gonna lie. But that's it for now. See you in game, prospectors, and have an amazing day, afternoon, night, whatever time it is when you're watching it. Bye bye.
So what are you waiting for, prospectors? Subscribe for more content like this video if you enjoyed it. And until next time, stay awesome, stay safe.